Baking is a metaphor for what we believe the community should look like, because you can't just have a recipe based on flour. It has to involve butter, it has to involve sugar, it has to involve baking powder. Even those little ingredients that you think might be minor in a recipe, they really make all the difference. And if they're missing, then the recipe is not what it's meant to be. So we think that's a metaphor for Cakeable, because all the parts are necessary and they all belong together to produce a meaningful and successful product.
So Cakeable Charlotte sees the employment gap that exists with individuals with disabilities, and our desire is to help them bridge that gap through baking and through job skills, and show that they are valuable, that they have ability, and that they can be a beneficial employee to many types of businesses throughout Charlotte.
A lot of families, a lot of people, because of either a disability, whatever circumstance, have a little bit of a harder time finding their place in the community. Cakeable provides a wonderful opportunity for people to find their place in the community in ways they probably never would have imagined.
At Cakeable, we do all the baked goods. My process is stirring and put the ingredients together and then stirring in it, and then I have to eat it. We need to get all the skills about baking. I know how to do this now.
Transitioning from school to the workforce is a big topic for families that have special needs kids the age of Kendall. A lot of times I think people look at the challenges or limitations of individuals with special needs as opposed to looking at the advantages or the abilities that they do have. So it's somewhat of a challenge to find a place that's looking at the abilities and trying to develop those abilities from an employable standpoint. And that's one of the great things about Cakeable. This has been a good transition for her because it started with classes, it moved to employment, and it's what she can do, and also Cakeable tries to teach her to do more.
So Cakeable Charlotte's mission is to use the context of a bakery in order to provide job training and vocational development for persons who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. They're not only producing the products, but they're also learning how to package and how to label their products, but they're also learning customer service skills, because they're learning how to interact confidently and meaningfully with the public, and they're learning how to thrive in a setting where they are fully integrated in a workplace.
Not only has Cakeable been providing training to students with disabilities, but I do think they've been making a difference, at least with myself and all of my tenants, showing how easy it is to include people and how it's kind of on us to make that change.
We want to see Cakeable create opportunities for our current students, but we also want to see and create opportunities for those future students to learn those job skills, those interpersonal skills that can then be translated either into employment with Cakeable, but also to be employment in the community where they feel passionate, that they can see a path, that they can use the skills and the abilities that they've developed in the community.
And for all of the community to truly embrace and enhance abilities first for everyone in the community.
The more that people without intellectual disabilities are exposed to people with intellectual disabilities, and they are able to see that they're just like them and that they have abilities too, and that really helps those individuals. So for someone like Kendall to have a skill that she can take out in the community, whether that skill is baking or whether it's just social interaction and being able to talk to people at the farmer's market, it allows her not only to develop her possibilities, but it also provides some advantage to the people she is interacting with.
Thank you so much. Have happy Halloween. My job to bring people together. My abilities is to bake, And I like to talk to people because I want to help people. Like if building's getting hurt or something, you can talk to me. I like to help people one day. Actually, I'm getting paid from this job. It's really cool. And I'm very independent with that.
It's always great to see somebody else loves your kid and is trying to help you as a parent develop their potential. And they've come alongside of us as a family to help us give her a measure of independence and develop her God-given abilities. And then it's also done a lot for our palate because the food's really good. And then I think lastly, it's given us a forum to talk to people in our social circle and our group of friends about how this organization is providing opportunities for people with intellectual disabilities.
I love watching Cakeable just make a difference every single day. I think a lot of times we think that something has to move mountains in order to be great, and it's often just the little things that add up that make the big difference. And so getting to see that day by day and getting to see the confidence of their students grow has been just absolutely incredible.
At this point, we have currently 6 students. However, we have 20 on our waiting list. We have maximized the small space that we are renting right now, so we need to find a way to expand opportunities for more students to begin to learn those skills. As the opportunity to grow our space and to involve more students, it creates a need for volunteers who have a passion for helping those with intellectual and developmental disabilities develop those skills to create more job opportunities and more opportunities to become more independent in their community. So we need those volunteers to help provide just support for that individual as they're baking, or to help us to teach those individuals those skills.
I think the potential is incredible. Everyone that hears about Cakeable wants to participate in some way, whether it be make a donation, come help at the farmer's market, just whatever. I see that it has unlimited potential, especially in the community right here in Charlotte, the greater Charlotte area.